Good afternoon. Kevin Robertson here with Dan Burgess. Knox TV, Channel 58. We're bringing you the game September 7th. Georges Valley Bucs playing the Dirigo Cougars. 34-30 in the first half. There's no score. Officially, one shot for Georges Valley. No shots for the Cougars. The ball is sent down on Cougar end. The goalie bubbles it. It's down. Pete Cotty trying to control. Left foots it. No good. Keeper was down. Made a good save. He rolls it out to the side. This is year number 34 for Sam Pendleton. 7 state championships, 346 wins, 127 losses, and 39 ties, Dan. Last year, the Bucs were 11-3. Defeated Freeport 3-0 and lost to St. Dom's in the semifinals, 2-1 in a double overtime. And St. Dom's eventually was a Class C state champs. So Brad Strong, Jimmy Davenport, as the midfield shot is wide. 33-18. A couple subs come in for the Cougars. The Cougars upset our Bucs first game of the season last year. They only played one time, so the win going to Dirigo last year. Ball's near midfield, throw in by the Cougars. Ryan Holbrook tries to send it down across half field. A.J. Staples, the midfielder, number 14, carries the ball, chips one up on the right side. Ball's controlled now by the Cougars. Number 6 for Georges Valley. I'll try to get these numbers, Dan. I believe it's Santiago Burhoek, exchange student. So we do have a foul right at midfield, free kick, Cougars. 32-13 left in the first half. There's no score. Sends it in, headed out nicely by Holbrook. Santiago kicks it on the right side, out of bounds. Throw in Cougars. Crowd's starting to come in here now, Danny. It's chested down by Staples. Give and go. Taken away by Dirigo. Michael Hahn, right fullback, throws it in. Tries to set up his forwards. Staples breaks up. Dave Wilgus breaks up the play. Bradley, Jimmy Sturks uses his size well, but a little too physical on that play, and it's a free kick by the Cougars from about 25 yards out. So Bucs set up in a mini wall. Goalie Sean Hiller watching the ball. The kick is bent wide. The kick was by number 10, Corey Wing. So Sean Hiller with a goal kick. 31-14. No score. Ball's chipped up to James Smith. Flips it up to the front. Georges Valley taps it across on a scoring opportunity. Wilgus out around 20. Puts in the box. Kicked out by the Cougars. You could sense, Dan, something was going to happen. Ball sent in the box. Goalie bobbles. A.J. down. Tried to send one in. Pete Carty up playing a forward this year. He played a couple of years of fullback. Shot is wide. 3 shots, Georges Valley. 1 shot for the Cougars. That shot coming on the free kick. I guess you caught that as a shot. So Bucs playing very tough right now, looking for the first score of the season. Last year the Bucs were 11-3. Excellent record. They played a couple. You played a couple preseason tournaments in Lewiston and Brunswick. From what I understand, the boys did very well. Ball being carried right now by the Cougars on the attack. Play on, the ball taken away nicely by Stevie Polk. Kicks it over to Santiago. Chips one over to Staples, puts it back to him. Goes across field, no good, but quickly on defense. Jimmy D trying to take the ball away. On the far side, it's going to be throw-in Dirigo. 29-15, first half. No score. Dirigo. They get some numbers. Keeper comes out. Grabbed by Sean Hiller. Shawnee read the play well. Comes up with a big punt. 15 yards over the half field. Ball's knocked down. Georges Valley wants to score. Flip it down in the side. Makes room for himself. Good footwork. Gets it to David. Shot. Jimmy D. Good! Score. Jimmy Davenport. That was a nice low kick. It's often hard to handle. Georges Valley scores 28-29 first half. Jimmy Davenport for first goal of the season. So you know what's going to happen, Dan? Bucs working awful hard, controlling the ball, really, and kind of a worm burner shot by Jimmy D. Puts it by the goalie. Georges Valley scores 28-29 first half. So Bucs with a lot of seniors. Jim Sturks sends it down across half field. Pete Cotty transferred from a fullback to a scorer this year. Takes it over on the left side. Kicks it up to AJ. Keeper comes out. Can't quite get onto it. AJ challenges the defender. Puts it in the middle. Kick is off a Dirigo player and up in the air, caught by the goalie, but great chance by Georges Valley. They wanted another one real quickly, Dan. So good opportunity by the Bucs. I'm not familiar with this number 6, but I believe his name is Santiago. He's a foreign exchange student. Seems to know how to handle the ball pretty well as a forward. Steve Polk flips one up, and I believe we got an offside call on Pete Cardy. Pete, I get a little bit of rust out from playing fullback last year, Dan. We'll excuse him a couple times. So Dirigo, tough team from Dixfield, 100 miles away. Come down to Thomaston, 1 o'clock game on September 7th. Jimmy Sturck steps up and knocks the ball back. Over on the far side, James Smith centers the ball. Santiago over right side, Staples. He beats the defender, takes down on the right side. He's carrying. Still controlled by AJ. And the ball's knocked out of bounds. Going to be a kick by the Cougars. A couple of subs coming into the game. Ryan Holbrook, Michael Knowlton. So I'll go through the Georges Valley players. Pete Cardy, number 18. Brad Strong, number 2. Jimmy Davenport, number 11. Ryan Rosie, 22. Keeper Sean Hiller. Michael Hahn, number 9. Stevie Polk, 16. Jim Sturks, 20. Santiago Burhoch, 6. James Smith, 17. I'm sorry, it's Pat Chamberlain, number 17. Dave Wilgus, 19. AJ, 14. Ryan Holbrook, number 15. Dan and Josh Wiley, 1 and 7. Nick Miller, 13. Michael Knowlton, 18. Mark Chamberlain, number 21. Zach Thorpe Johnson, number 3. And Jess Wilgus, number 9. 25-29. First half, Bucs up 1-0 on a goal by Jimmy Davenport at the 28-29 mark. Opening game, 2002 season. Drop pass back to Ryan Rosie. Good idea by Michael Knowlton. Far side's going to be throw in by Ryan. He can check that ball pretty well. Puts it right in the box. Keeper comes up and grabs it. Had to leap up as high as he could. That would have been an easy one to bobble, Danny. Jim Sturks lets the ball go out of bounds. Flips it into Brad Strong. Brad takes the ball away, but recovered by Dirigo. David kicks from behind, tries to take it away from the Cougars. Michael Hahn comes up with it, flips it into a Cougar. Jimmy Sturks tries to get the ball down into a position for the Bucs to score. Over on the left side, Ryan Rosie. They say out of bounds off Dirigo, so throw in over on the far side, right at midfield. No, that's a free kick. Jimmy D, number 11, gets it to Rosie. Jimmy goes from offense back to defense very quickly. But Cougars come up with it. Boy's making a good transition, Dan, from offense to quickly change over and get on defense. Mike Knowlton, left side, left foots it. Keeper grabs it on the ground. Scoring opportunities, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots for Georges Valley, 1 for Dirigo at the 23-19 mark. So Brad Strong kicks one deep. Georges Valley really doing a good job smothering the ball. We got a whistle. Let's get some subs coming in. Peacotti, James Smith check in. Cotty takes down the right side, centers the ball. And I believe we got a corner kick. I'm sorry, it's a free kick, Georges Valley. So Pete will try to chip one right up in front of the goal. On the whistle. Pete chips over the mouth of the goal. Headed almost in by Knowlton. Over the goal. Good idea. 22 minutes left in the first half. Georges Valley 1, Dirigo 0. Hot dog smell good, Danny? And we got Pete. Tries to put it in the middle to Ryan Rosie. Cougars come away with it. Knocked down by Wilgus. Blocks it. And there is a collision. Unintentional. David just had his momentum going forward and runs into number 22. That is Curtis Brown. So we're going to have a free kick by Dirigo. It's going to be out of bounds. Throw in, Georges Valley. About 10 yards. they're in. Knowlton kicks it off from a Dirigo player. Flips it into Jimmy D. Broken up by the Cougars. James Smith tried to bend it in, keep it in bounds, but it goes out. Throw in Dirigo. 20-24 left in the half. Bucs up 1-0. And I guess that was a, clipping call, Danny? Wind's starting to pick up a little bit. Maybe we'll have a little wind advantage second half. Jim Sturks is down. Dirigo on the attack. Play was read nicely by Wilgus. Breaks it up. Kicks the ball down to half field. Dirigo throw in right in front of their bench, right by half field. 19:45. Bucs up 1-0. Pretty much have dominated the control of the ball. They got 7-1 shots in favor of Georges Valley. We got a score. Jimmy Davenport scored at the 28-29 mark. We got Steve Polk checking in. Ryan Holbrook is going to take a breather. So Dirigo will throw the ball in over on the far side. Say last touch by Georges Valley. So Dirigo trying to mount a scoring attack. Flips it in the middle. Michael Hahn steps up to the ball, breaks up the play, but Dirigo comes up with it. Sean Hill comes out, grabs the ball, punts one, bounces over half field, goes out of bounds, so it'll be throw in Dirigo. Steve Polk gets his foot on it, kicks out of bounds. Again, throw in Dirigo. Michael Hahn steps up to the ball, carries it. Half a second away from keeping the ball in, but nice read by Michael Hahn, number 9, right fullback. Dave Wilgus puts a little move on. The ball still hangs on the sideline and off from Ryan Rosie. Michael Hahn tried to find some room, but he was blocked by the Cougar, and the ball goes off from number 9, I believe that was. Number 14, Jim Pinu. In undercutting Pete Carty that time was Mike Gagne. So free kick. Dave Wilgus will take it. About 30 yards out. Bucs trying to set something up. Centers the ball. Knowlton comes up to it, kicks out in front of the goalie, and corner kick. So I believe the first corner kick of the game. James Smith, left-footed kicker, will take it. Bucs see if they can get something off this corner. Nice boxes down. He knocks it down, bobbles it, but recovers. Nice ball. 16:30 first half. Stevie Polk with a header. Dave chips one up to Pete. He's onto the ball, but rolls out in front of him. Keeper comes up with it. Buccaneers doing good things with the soccer ball, Dan. Oh, man. Jimmy with the left foot sends it out of bounds. Going to be throw in Cougars. Bring in 4 new players. Like Nick Miller is getting ready to come into the game. So a lot of space right now as AJ gets it to David. Back to AJ, going towards the goal. Knowlton jumps in front of it. Buck still on the attack. Smith kicks it, goes off from a Dirigo player. Throw in Georges Valley. Mike Knowlton. Nice strong throw. Pete tried to get his foot on it. Stevie Polk quickly comes to it, puts it back in the box. AJ over to David. Centers the ball. Good defense by the Cougars. Breaks it up. I know Georges Valley quickly goes from offense into a defensive set, Danny. And that's really confusing the Cougars. The ball's been on Georges Valley end most of the time. Staples with a long kick. Tries to find Pete. He's on his back. They say play on. So Peter takes the right side, crosses over. Broken up by the Cougars. Rosie challenges the ball and it goes off him. Headed down by Michael. Pete, left foot. AJ gets over to Dave Wilgus. Peter trying to create something. Puts a move on. Gets over the left side wide. Good idea. Ryan Holbrook. Jimmy Davenport. Santiago. Check into the game. We're down to the 13:27 mark, Danny. 1-0, Georges Valley. Santiago over the far side. Left foots it. Gets it to Pete. Spins with the ball. Tries to create something. James Smith tries to get that left foot on it. Into a Dirigo player. It's going to be throw in Pete. Over to James. Nice flips one in the middle. AJ tried to head it down. Keeper comes up with it for Dirigo. Short punt. AJ sends it into a defender. Dave gets it to Michael. Pete tries to box out, make a little room. And we got a hold on Peter, I believe. It was too noticeable, Dan, right in front of the ref. Bird's eye view. Dave sees an opening, gives it to Jimmy. Santiago tries to work that ball in the middle. Defended well. Save. Nice read that time by Holbrook. Chip. There's Pete trying to find room to work. Oh, he just missed that, Dan, by half a step. Tried to one-time it as it hit the ground and just overkicked, but great idea. Keeping the goalie very active for Dirigo. Georges Valley on the attack. Trying to improve on an excellent record last year, 11-3. So AJ gets it to David. Corner kick, last touch by the Cougars. James Smith's going to take it. So Dan, you feel anything? Any vibes, or are we gonna get one this time? Or Dan Burgess feels a goal coming on. Okay, Danny, here we go. Down. Comes out of the box. AJ controls it. It's gonna put it back in. Pete Carty down on the right side, kind of stuck in the corner. Left-footed by Pete. AJ hits it back in the middle. James Smith chipped one. It's over the goal. Nice attempt by James Smith. Fast feet. That's 9 shots unofficially for Georges Valley. 1 for Dirigo. So Sam looking for win number 347. That's quite a milestone, huh, Dan? 34 years. The only coach Georges Valley has ever had, the boys program. Unbelievable. So Brad chips one up. Pete trying to make a little room. Headed down by David. Trying to find Pete on the right side. Staples reads the play well. He tried to sandbag and get the throw in, but the referee said it was off from Georges Valley. David with a collision. You got to give him an A for effort on that, Dan. Well, we got a timeout. Stop the clock. We're going to rattled the player a little bit. I mean, David, he's gotten bigger since last year, just playing 100%. So, tough game. Everybody's okay. It's going to be a free kick for the Cougars. Jimmy D. Michael Hahn puts it over to AJ. Dave Wilgus, 1 to beat. Flips on the Pete. Beat the goalie. Right side. Oh! Oh, they call an offside call on Pete. Wow. Great idea. Nice attack by the Bucs. 8:39, first half, 1-0, Bucs. Staples carries it, puts it over on the left side, tries to get Santiago, comes up with it. That ball is over on the far side, down in the corner. Smith! Oh, baby, he almost kicked it in. Impossible angle, but James Smith almost kicked that ball into the goal. Pete Carty's head was right on that ball, too, as the goalie's hand comes down and kind of picks it off Peter's head. 7:52, first half. That was quite a kick, Dan. I mean, he didn't have much room to operate, and he just kind of blast one in from way out. And the ball is off from Georges Valley. So Bucs pretty much dominating the game. Wouldn't you say, Danny? I mean, their senior experience is just coming through. Absolutely. Bucs looking for their second goal of the afternoon. Working hard. Staples shoots one at the goalie. Knocks it down. It was a blast. Pete there ready for the rebound, but the goalie did a good job picking it up. I have one shot. I guess you scored a shot from a free kick. Yeah, Georges Valley, I mean, they're relentless out there right now. Just attack, attack, attack. I'd say Sam's got them pretty well prepped for the new season. Then you work hard, Dan, on defense, and then they have to get by, some very skilled fullbacks. So Michael gets it to David. Flips it over. Try to find Peter on that right side. Michael heads it down. Ryan comes up with it. Gives it over to Michael. Back to Jimmy D. Kicks one over the goal. Very dominant right now, Georgia Valley. Dave with a shot, and we get a whistle. They're calling a foul on David. Was that a foul or offside? Or I heard Coach Pendleton say who was offside. Huh. We wouldn't do such a thing, Dan. James with the ball, midfield. Jimmy Sturks steps up to the ball, broken up by Jim. Michael. Wing on the attack, tries to make some room. We got a whistle. Is it in the box? Stop the clock. That is a violation. I don't know if it's going to be a penalty kick or a free kick. He's pointing down. Wow. I believe we're going to have a penalty kick. Holy moly. Bucs dominating with about 10 shots to 1. Total control at 4:43. And Dirigo with a chance to tie this game up. So referee is discussing the call. What is it, Danny? PK? So Shawnee's going to be tested. Penalty kick. 4:43. Stop by Hiller! Sean Hiller comes up with a save. That will pump the Bucs up, Danny. Great job, Shawnee Hiller. Excellent job. Well read by Sean Hiller. He smothered the ball, prevented it from going in. Dirigo wanted to tie this game up, Danny. And that was the second shot of the game, and almost very costly. So we'll get 4:15 left in the first half. I think it's going to energize the Bucs, Danny. The Bucs are a very physical team. They're not afraid to push and shove, and they got caught, at the 4:50 mark. PK by Dirigo. Shot was taken by Corey Wing. Oh, stop the clock. We're going to get a card, I think, situation. I believe it's going to be on Michael. Mike Knowlton with a yellow, being too aggressive, I'd say. Coach Pendleton's telling Mike, just come to the sideline and don't say anything. We need you for the next one. Well, Mike's just an emotional guy. He plays, just one way, just as hard as he can. So yellow. You got to think maybe a little frustration, Dan, over the penalty call again, penalty kick. So Mike needs to sit down for a few minutes. Get mandatory, 20 minutes? Sit down on a yellow card. Is that 20 minutes on a yellow, Patty?
Yeah.
Yes. Patty's right up on the rules, the latest soccer rules. So a little confusion out there right now, Danny. I'm going to do it over again. 3:55 left in the first half. There's a lot of energy out there. Bucs up 1-0. Sean Hiller with a great save on the penalty kick. Jimmy Davenport scores 28-29 into the ball game. And another foul against the Georges Valley. Well, they've been playing some pretty tough schools, Dan, in preseason tournaments. A lot of A schools, some of the state champ teams from Vermont, and some of those schools play very physically. So Georges Valley used to playing hard. A foul that time against the Cougars. So free kick, Brad Strong sends it to midfield. Santiago with it. Tried to create. There's Pete. Chases the ball down. Tries to settle. Get a good shot. Crosses it over. Pete tried. Looking for the assist. Dave. Putting a move. Left foot. Shot. Save. Nice save that time by the keeper for Dirigo. He's been very active. Jimmy D. He's got room to work. Goes by a couple. Soft shot. Keeper comes up with it. Michael Hahn. That was kind of a high arcer. He reads it well. Pete. He wants to make some room. He wants to unload on one. Two minutes left in the first half. Bucs up 1-0. Stevie Polk working hard for the ball. Jimmy D puts in the middle, broken up by Corey Wing. Taken away by Polk. A little holding, they say, on Mr. Polk. So a lot of fouls here the last 4 or 5 minutes. Referees trying to get control of the game. Don't let him get too physical. Dave Wogus, number 19, junior, flips it up to Pete. Offside. Pete's working hard up there. He wants to get a... He's been back, Dan, for the last couple of years playing defense. He's hungry for a goal. Ryan Rosie, with his Abe-like beard, takes it down on the right side, flips it in the middle. Peters down, comes up with it, down on the right side. Left foots it, crosses it over. Jimmy D. David with the ball. A low one, picked up by the goalie. 30 seconds left in the first half. Michael goes up high, but onto the back of the forward for Dirigo. So Dirigo trying to score with 19 seconds. Bradley breaks it up. Carries the ball nicely. Creates extra yards for himself. Flips it down on the left side. Santiago. We get 5 seconds. Jimmy D. Jimmy D was, I thought that was called the wrong way. And that does it for the first half. Georges Valley 1, Dirigo 0. So very entertaining first half. We'll take a break, Danny, and be back in a moment. Okay, Danny, here we are starting the second half of the Georges Valley Dirigo game, September 7th. And Georges Valley with a 1-0 lead. I'd say key plays of the first half, Jimmy Davenport's goal at the 28-29 mark. And about 4 minutes left in the first half, penalty kick by Dirigo. A great save by Sean Hiller. For shots, I had 3, 6, 9, 13 shots the first half by Georges Valley, 3 by Dirigo. So the ball is down on the Dirigo end. Jimmy Sturks, nice left foots it. Pete knocks a player down, called for the foul. Free kick, Dirigo. Bucs playing with a lot of energy, a lot of intensity. Whistles become more commonplace the last 5 minutes of the half. Referees trying to take control of the game. Curry wing with the ball, nice little carry. Flips up to his forward, Mike Gagnon. That is off from a Dirigo player. Sean Hiller will kick. So that was a nice charge that time by Dirigo. Looks like they've shown a little more energy, Danny, the second half. Dave Ogus playing midfield position. Try to find Zach Thorpe Johnson, number 3, coming into the game. Ryan Rosie, far side. We get a whistle. They said it was last touch by Rosie, so it will be a throw in Cougars. Last year, Dirigo defeated Georges Valley, their opening game of the season. So one of the losses last year came to in the hands of Dirigo. Holbrook breaks up the play. Zach Thorpe Johnson gets it to Dave. Tries to set Zach up on the right side. He's going after the ball. Keeper comes out. Great idea by Wilgus, trying to get the ball out in front of Thorby. You know, he's got great ball control. So the wind is picking up, definitely, Dan, the second half. Unfortunately, it will favor Dirigo. So Bucs looking for another score. Ryan sent back by Jim Sturks. Controlled by Dirigo. Kicked off from Dirigo player. Georges Valley trying to get something going. Wing with the ball. Knocked to the ground that time was number 15, no call. A little space with the ball are the Cougars. Looking to score, and a couple boys tangled up. They say it's a hold against Michael Hahn, I believe. So free kick, Dirigo. Chance to score here, Danny, being in a good position. Hi, Nate. So tries to bend it in. Sturks heads it out. Jimmy D kicks it over the right side. Gets to Michael Hahn. He's going to carry it himself. Steps out of bounds. Throw in. Dirigo. They are deep into Georges Valley country, Dan. Good opportunity right now for the Cougars. They're looking to tie this game up. 35-12 left in the second half. Throw in the box. Hiller comes out, picks the ball off. Nice read by Sean. Into the wind. He still boots it 10 yards beyond midfield. Peter keeps it in. Beats the defender. Get the goalie beat. Shot wide. Nice skills that time by Pete Carty. Beat the defender. Tried to get an angle. Tried to kick it in on the near side. Jimmy D heads it down. James Smith, a little room to work. But in the space, Thorby heads it. Zach Thorpe-Johnson tried to head one in from about 10 yards out. High archer. Ball carries with wind to the favor of the Cougars. Cougars playing a little rough right now. Gets picked up the foul. Free kick, Georges Valley. Stopper, Brad Strong. Sends it down. Bradley. Again, tries to get up to his forwards. Pete holding a little bit, and referee saw it. So Pete tried to create a little space for himself. Miss kick by the Cougars. James Smith. Over on the left side. Jimmy Sturks centers the ball. AJ. A couple Dirigo players trip up themselves. Staples kicks the ball hard. It goes off from a Dirigo player. So far side, 20 yards out, AJ will throw it in. Georges Valley looking for score number 2. Puts it in the box. David was knocked down. There was no call. Kind of looking for PK maybe for Georges Valley. Mike Knowlton, I believe, has you have to sit out 20 minutes. He got caught with the yellow card, about 5 minutes left into the first half. So Bucs picking it up now offensively at the 32-28 mark. I feel a lot more comfortable, Dan, with another goal. Thorby chips it down, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zach. So Zach Thorpe Johnson steps out. Mike Knowlton is back. Brad chases the ball down. Takes the ball away from the forward. Makes room for himself. Gets up to Pete. On the left side. Now it looks like it went up Pete's shins. So throw in Cougars. James tries to win the ball back. Knocked out of bounds. Bucs playing hard. David gets to Pete. When to Pete, chases the ball down. Keeper comes out. Oh, baby. Peter full speed ahead. Hoping that the goalie would bobble the ball. Nice strong kick by keeper. Jimmy. Heads up. Oh, what a catch. Nice catch. He saved somebody, Danny. Jimmy D settles it down. Last touch by Stevie. Cougars take it down on the Georges Valley end. Jim Sturks sends it back. Gets it to Michael, half field. He heel flicks it over to David. Chips it up. Nice idea. A little too far. Keeper comes out and grabs it. But nice heel flick that time by Mike Knowlton. So Bucs working hard. 29:57 left in the game. They say it's a violation against Georges Valley. Or throw in the Cougars. Nice day, Danny, about 75 degrees, clear. What more can you ask for? There's Pete. He's worked. Oh, man. Pete getting very frustrated with the calls. Not much going our way right now, Danny. Both kids fighting for the ball. So Michael takes you on the far side. We're deep in the Cougar country. Michael decides what he's going to do with it. Puts a move on himself. Puts it in the middle. Down. Oh, over the goal. Jimmy D almost had number 2. Nice save by the goalie. On the bounce, he flips it up over the goalpost. I thought we had another one. Yeah, the keeper's doing a good job for Dirigo. Peter picks one out of the air with his right toe. Jim chests it down. Stevie. Nice center that time by James Smith. Jimmy DP. Keeper's down. The ball's in. Yes! Score! Score! I'd say Jimmy D again, wasn't it, Danny? Holy moly. The charge was on. Pete Cotty, Jimmy Davenport challenging the goalie 2-on-1, and they come up with it. Excellent. Hard work, hard-fought goal that time. I believe it was Jimmy Davenport again. This time it was 28-14. It was 28-29 in the first half, 28-14 second half. So he seems to like that 28-minute mark pretty well, Danny. So that was a nice goal as the wind picks up, and it's kind of like an extra player for Dirigo. So, but the Bucs are just playing really tough. And you want your kids to be aggressive, Dan. If they get a few calls, I guess you just have to live with it. Here comes the wind, Patty, picking up. I feel a lot more comfortable now that Georges Valley has a 2-0 lead. So Dirigo looking to score themselves. Flips the ball down on the left side. And I believe we have a corner kick. First corner of the day by the Cougars. So Bucs, try to set up a defense to prevent Dirigo from scoring off this corner. The kick is up, headed down by Davenport. Trying to clear it out. Dave Wilgus carrying the ball. Still carrying it. Flips it up to Peter. One to beat. He's by the defender. Peter comes up with it, kicks it in. Good! Good! Pete Carty kicks it in. 26-34. Wow. Another hard-fought goal by the Bucs. Dave Wilgus set up Pete. He carried the ball about 30 yards and chipped it up to Peter. So there's one offside they didn't call, Danny. It looks like Pete may have been a step ahead of the... but he got behind him, and he was behind the ball. So great read. Score by Pete Carty. So 3-zip, 26-34. Bucs playing into the wind. So Jimmy Davenport didn't want to do the scoring himself. We're going to spread it around a little bit, Danny. Pete Carty at the 26-31 mark comes up with goal number 3. We got a hold. I guess it hit his arm of Curry Wing. So David uses the field well. Almost hit it in by Santiago. James Smith, nice touch with the ball. Going for that far post, and he almost headed it in, Dan. Bucs, playing very tough, very aggressive team. So Bucs sitting in the driver's seat. 25-12 left in the game, up 3-0. Oh, looked like it was in. It hit the side of the goal post. Into the net was Dave Wilgus. Jonas Edwards-Jenks doing the ball boy duties the full game. He's worked pretty hard. He gets a free soda after the game. I think he should get 2. James try to settle it down, find David. Ryan Holbrook, good control of the ball. So we got some subs coming into the game. We got the Wiley identical twins coming into the game. That is Dan and Josh Wiley. Who else we got in there, Danny? Being a twin myself, I have to comment about the boys coming in. Jimmy D gives it to Santiago on the right side. Looks like he chipped it off from a player, so it's going to be a corner kick for Georges Valley. This is the third corner of the afternoon for the Bucs. Look at David Wilgus, I believe, taking it this time. Oh, puts it right in the box. Almost headed in by one of the Wiley boys. Coming into the game, Dan, and score with about 30 seconds. That would have been something. So Brad settles the ball down with some good foot skills. Tries to get it to David. He does. On the left side. One to beat. Showing some good skills. Chases it down. Keeps the ball in play. Kicks it in the middle and it goes wide. But showing some good skills. Dave Wilgus. Halfback. Kid showing a lot of energy out there, Dan. I'd say Coach Pendleton's worked the boys nicely and got them in good condition. Look, Nick Miller just entered the game. So Coach Pendleton trying to get some playing time for the younger players. He realizes that a lot of these seniors will be leaving this year. David, as junior, kicks it to AJ. Ball taken away by Corey Wing. Carries the ball. Jimmy D kicks the ball, but if Jimmy's a strong guy, he just knocks Mr. Wing down. Totally unintentional, Dan, but just he's a big physical guy. So Corey Wing kicks it down over on the right side. Dirigo trying to get a score. And it is a throw in. Dirigo. A couple subs coming into the game for the Cougars. Dirigo is in the town of Dixfield, about 100 miles away near Rumford. The boys probably thought they were going to come to the coast, Dan, and it get cooled down today, but we're kind of warm out here in the sun. Jonas Edwards-Jenks on that ball. He's doing a good job ball boying, huh? That's an intentional push right time on number 22, Curtis Brand got caught for holding David. Jimmy Sturks, that goes a blast. Miller sent back. Brad. Broken up nicely by the Bucs. Jimmy sends it down. AJ finds David. Chips one up. San Diego coming out. Keeper comes out. Keeper comes up with it. Bucs using the sides of the field very well, setting up their players. So. Michael Gagne will throw the ball in for the Cougars. 19:54 left in the game. Bucs up 3-0. Michael Hahn knocked down, but breaks up the play. Cougars trying to attack Georges Valley end. Mr. Wiley settles the ball down back. Nice kick back to Jimmy Sturks. Jimmy very comfortable at that fullback position. Kicks with both feet. Nice strong player. AJ flips up to David. Takes down the left side. Kicks. Let's go blast wide. So Dave found himself pretty wide open. Lets one go. Little wide. Michael Knowlton, Zachary Thorpe Johnson into the game. Pete Carty's back in playing halfback position. Pete is known as a utility player this year. Wherever he's needed, he'll play. So Michael breaks up the play. Oh, a low burner by James Smith. You get those balls coming at you as a goalie, Dan. Those quick, hard-kicked low ones. Man, that's tough. And James, I would say, naturally kicks the ball with his left foot, but he let go a pretty good blast right-footed that time. Senior Pat Chamberlain comes into the game, playing a halfback position. So Pat's had, unfortunately, he's had a couple of bad skiing accidents the last couple of years, and he hasn't been able to play, but after a summer of clamming, he's in full strength, and maybe Pat Chamberlain can blast one in. The ball's in the box. Rattle it around. Mike Knowlton. The ball's taken away. Bucs trying to keep the ball up on this end. White ball. So good opportunity for Georges Valley, looking for their fourth goal. And we're going to have a goalie change. Sean Hiller, who made a great save the first half, gets a nice ovation from the crowd. Brandon Cunningham comes into the game. So that was a very key play, Dan, of the first half when Sean Hiller saved that penalty kick. Ryan Rosie fighting, knocked down. It's going to be a free kick, Georges Valley. See, get some of these other kids in the scoring column. I like to see Pat send one home. Kick nicely in the box, headed down. Broken up by the Cougars. Mike Knowlton, again, he uses that little heel flick and kind of do a 360 in just a split second. We got a push. And we got Mark Chamberlain into the game. Number 21, sophomore Mark Chamberlain enters the game. .15:30 left in the contest. Bucs up 3-0. Jess Welgus enters the game. Santiago comes in. So we pretty much got our subs in there right now. James Smith as a halfback is kind of holding the midfield position. Jess Welgus, number 15, is playing a forward. So Bucs looking to put another score on the board, Danny, with 14:50 left in the game. Zach Thorpe Johnson entered the game as a right forward. So Wing, nice skill player with Corey Wing. Ball is broken up by, I believe it was Dan Wiley, number 1. So got a throw in by the Cougars. Into the box. Ball goes out of bounds. We get a goal kick or corner kick? Corner kick. Second corner of the day for the Cougars. Trying to fight their way back. Down 3-0 with 13:48 left in the game. Nice corner. Score. Looks like Brandon had the ball stripped out of his hands. But there was a score by the Cougars. Did you get the player on that, Danny? Or? So 13:39. The Cougars strike. 13:39, 3-1, Georges Valley. Set up from the beautiful corner kick. Yeah, that'll make the ride back a little easier, Danny. So Bucs trying to get another goal. Mark Chamberlain kicks it to Santiago. Wiley. Mark. Skilled player with Corey Wing. Flips the ball up to their forward. Chase down. Keeps it in. Wiley breaks up the play. Shot. Whoa, off the top of the goal post. That was almost in, Danny. So Cougars almost scored number 2 at the 12:40 mark. $13:40. I mean, it's 12:40 left in the game. Bucs up 3-1. Coach Pendleton, going with his subs, give him a chance to play in the game situation. Keeper comes out, save. Brandon Cunningham with the save. Santiago bounces over the defender, carries himself, tries to chip it up to Pat. Pat Chamberlain stays with it. Lets it fly wide. Corner kick, Georges Valley. Corner kick number 4. 11:45 left in the game. It's in the box. Miller heads it down. And we got a push. Ryan Rosie is pushed out of the play. Ryan will take the free kick. Nice high kick by Ryan. Oh, save. Nice save by the goalie, but nice strong kick by Ryan Rosie. Just again, both teams hit the top of the goalpost last couple plays. So corner, and we get some subs. Pete Cotty, Jimmy D coming in, Ryan Rosie coming out, and I think James Smith is coming out. So taking the corner, I believe, will be Pete Carty. Now, last year Pete played a fullback. This year he's played, in this game anyway, he's played forward and halfback. So I guess he truly is a utility player. So Pete will take the corner kick at 10:22. Puts it past the mouth of the goal. Dirigo trying to get something going. Chased down by Mr. Wiley. Over to his brother. Sends it back into Cougar country. Zach Thorpe Johnson. He's got some good skills. Mark Chamberlain flips it up to Miller. We get offside call on Zach, I believe. Yeah, I'm sure the sophomore is very hungry for a goal, Dan. Jess Wilgus breaks it up. Chamberlain takes it down on the far side. Gets up to Zach Thorpe Johnson. Zach goes quickly back on defense. Breaks up the play. Chamberlain. Cougars tripped up by Peter, I believe. So 9-minute mark. Ball sent down on the Georges Valley end. Wow, Brandon comes out just as Dirigo was ready to strike. So a half second away from goal number 2. So 8:45 left in the game. Bucs up 3-1. Dirigo fighting hard, trying to get back into the game. And we got a foul against Dirigo. Pete Carty goes down. Mark Chamberlain with the kick. Miller left foots it. Pete trying to get something going from midfield. Pat Chamberlain reverses the field, takes the ball down, gets it up to Thorpe Johnson. One to beat, chips it in the middle. Jimmy D, a little time to work. Dances on the ball, kicks it off from a Cougar. Jess Wilgus settles the ball down, broken up by Dirigo. Chamberlain comes up with the ball, keeps it in. Corey Wing, a very skilled player, with the ball. Wiley comes up with it. And we got a pushing call. I saw it both ways, Danny. A little shoving very noticeably going on, but I get a better vantage point, I guess, on the ref. Although he gets paid more. Jess Wilgus left foots it down, trying to find Zach on the far side. And Zach fighting for the ball. The Cougar goes down. Thorpe Johnson called for the foul. 6:50 left in the game. Bucs up 3-1. Good experience, though, for these younger players, I Dan. And we have another goalie change. Brian Franklin comes in and last 6.5 minutes of the game to do his duties as a goalie. Brian, I believe, is a junior this year. Senior Brian Franklin. Jess Wolgus throws it in. Pat Chamberlain onto the ball, taps it down. Pat, whoa! They said Pat was pushing. The big guys always get called for that. I saw it the other way. Picardi from midfield heads it down, gets it to Jess, and we get a violation against the Cougars. Down to 5:20 left in the contest. Brad Strong gets it to Chamberlain. Jess Wilgus sends it into the box. San Diego with the ball. Almost found some room for himself. Pat Chamberlain over on the near side. Flips it over in the middle. Chamberlain looking for the assist. San Diego. Thumb Johnson with a shot. Broken up. Jimmy D looking for a shot. Shot by Jess Wilgus over the goalpost. Nice opportunity that time by the Bucs. 4:40 left in the game. Oh, Jess Wilgus was kind of undercut. No call. Wiley steps up to the ball. Chamberlain breaks it up. Pat Chamberlain. Soft pass back to his brother. Jimmy D tries to find Chamberlain. Santiago on the near side. We got a hold. What's that, Dan? Holding? A handball, they said. Santiago with the handball. So Mark Chamberlain breaks up the play nicely. Miller heads it down. Cougars trying to get something going, but fast-footed Brad Strong is right there breaking up the play. Brad would throw in. Cougars center the ball, then kick it down on the right side. Out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in. Cougars. Clock is definitely in the Buccaneers' favor with 3 minutes left in the game. Cougars. Nice throw right in front of the goal. Kicked out by Pete. Wiley sends it down. Jimmy D carries the ball. Gets it to Thorpe Johnson, who is clearly offsides on that play. So I guess that's a learning thing, is when to hang back and when to go ahead, Dan. So Brad, you know, his experience as a stopper is very evident. It's hard to get something by him. Bradley says, you know, get it out of my turf. Oh, brother. So 159. Call goes against Georges Valley. Free kick by Mr. Corey Wing, number 10. Chips it. Nice shot. Saved by Franklin. Headed in by the Cougars. So 1:43 left in the game. This is a 1-point game. So Coach Pendleton saying, well, this game is not quite out of reach for Dirigo. Puts in the big guys. So Cougars scoring at 1:43 left in the game. Cut the margin down to 1. Bucs up 3-2. So give the Cougars credit, Dan. You know, they don't not quitting. They're just fighting hard. So Dave Wilgus tries to find Mike Knowlton over on the far side. 1:30 left. Cougars feeling pretty good. Cougars looking to tie this game. Wing beats a defender. James Smith breaks it up. Corey Wing is a very skilled player. And white ball, 1:11 left in the game. So Bucs are going to take their time throwing the ball in. Brad stays on his feet. Get it out of there. James Smith keeps the ball down, carries the ball. Smith sends it up. Mike Knowlton's going to blast one. Shot. Save. 45 seconds left. Hahn throws the ball in. Ryan Rosie. Wide. Gosh, I need to get my glasses changed. I thought that was right in the goal. It's about 2 feet wide. How'd you see that, Patty? Could be a hole in the net, but I don't see much reaction from the players. 13 seconds. Down to 10. 3, 2, 1. And that does it. Georges Valley opening win against the Dirigo Cougars, 3-2. So very exciting ball game. Cougars come back and score at the 13:39 mark and 1:43 mark, down 3-0 and score 2 goals in 12 minutes. So Georges Valley, pretty outstanding play. 3-2 scores by Jimmy Davenport at the 28-29 first half. Jimmy Davenport again, 28-14 second half. And Pete Cardy, 26-31 second half. Dirigo scored at 13:39 second half and 1:43 second half. Again, Sean Hiller made a very great save on a penalty kick by Dirigo as they tried to tie the game up 1-1 in the first half. So, Kevin Robertson, Dan Burgess, Knox TV, Channel 58. We'll see you later.